Yo, it's your boy Koozie back at you with another hot TikTok reaction video. Y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you be notified whenever I drop some new hot content, man. It's over 75% of y'all watching the videos and don't even want to like the video, and it's free, man. I just don't get it, man. I really don't understand it. But yeah, y'all, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Don't believe anything that you hear or see in these videos. Don't believe anything that I say in these videos. Always use your own discernment. Always do your own research. Let's get it.
What is really going on in Antarctica? In 1995, an ex-naval flight engineer made a shocking discovery while he was at McMurdo Station in Antarctica. During a mission to transport supplies and personnel to various outposts around Antarctica, he and his flight crew reported seeing unknown disc-shaped crafts operating in the distance around the Beardmore Glacier. He wanted to look into it further. However, this area was designated as an air exclusion zone, and his superiors didn't allow him to investigate it. Sometime later, there was an emergency situation where an expedition crew member was severely injured and needed immediate extraction. The captain of the rescue plane knew they wouldn't make it in time if they took approved flight routes, so he decided to fly over the Beardmore Glacier to reach him faster. Now, according to the naval engineer, as they went through the no-fly zone, they saw a giant hole in the ice the size of a football field, only 5 to 10 miles from the South Pole. They eventually rescued the crew member, but upon returning to McMurdo, he and the flight crew were greeted by a strange man dressed in all black. This man in black told them that what you saw out at the pole you didn't see. You won't talk about this because you never saw it. With so many strange things going on in this place, it's no wonder that many people want to know.
They lied to you. The pyramids of Antarctica aren't just snow-covered mountains. They're remnants of an ancient, advanced civilization. But that's not even the craziest part. In recently declassified documents and satellite images, there are unmistakable pyramid-like structures buried under the Antarctic ice. So, how old are these pyramids? And who built them? This is where things get really interesting. Ancient maps, like the Piri Reis map, depict Antarctica without ice, showing detailed coastlines and even mountain ranges. This implies that advanced civilizations knew about Antarctica long before modern explorers. New research and excavations suggest that these Antarctic pyramids were built by an advanced civilization that existed thousands of years ago, possibly even predating the last ice age. But once the ice covered the continent, their structures were buried and their technology lost, hidden away from the world to protect it from being misused.
Did you know about this?
Have you ever heard of Operation High Jumping Admiral Richard E. Byrd? Let me know down below in the comment section. Y'all, this one about Antarctica is going to be a good one. I don't know what you have heard about Antarctica so far. I don't know if you haven't heard anything about Antarctica so far. But hey, best believe you're finna learn some good info right here, right now. Y'all help me get this video to 5,000 likes. I really appreciate it in advance.
There's a theory that Antarctica isn't a regular continent, but a giant ice wall that exists to prevent us from seeing the rest of the world's continents, as well as hiding other species away from us. Nobody has ever managed to reach the wall without freezing to death, and around 162 people have gone missing in the past attempting to find it.
You heard of such a thing as no-fly zones? For instance, you can't fly in certain areas near Arctic Circle or the Antarctic Circle. The reasons being is because there are lands there we're not supposed to know about. I'll give you one example. Sir Captain George Hubert Wilkins, a contemporary of Admiral Byrd, flew beyond Antarctica, and he said that he found there many lands and peoples 5,000 miles beyond Antarctica. They are excluded from all of our maps. The globe is a container, and it's a container of all the known land. That's why international pilots have such a thing as no-fly zone, because they don't want those lands to be discovered.
I'm not allowed to say certain things, but this is how they hide everything.
Ask yourself, why would they designate some of the areas of Antarctica no-fly zones? Could it be just because of the Black Pyramids, or could it be that the center of the universe, or not the center of the universe, but the center of Earth. I'm talking about where you go under the Earth to the under Earth civilizations. Is that why? Are those the entrances? Could that be an entrance in Antarctica, like Richard E. Byrd said? I don't know. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section.
I was on Snap Maps and discovered something interesting today. The government states that Antarctica is uninhabited and covered in ice. I kept exploring and saw more videos showing that Antarctica is not in fact covered in ice. In the next video, you will see a group of teenagers and what looks like one telling them to stop recording. And lastly, someone asking for help, maybe some sort of government prisoner.
And Antarctica.
You think that's the reason, or could it be something more similar? Could that be the home of the fallen angels, the giants? Or they hide them there, or there's some under earth military bases in Antarctica that they're trying to hide from us, that they don't want the masses to know about? Just ask yourself that. Like I say, y'all, nothing's a coincidence. Question everything.
Explorer who lives at the edge of the earth not only saw everything with his own eyes, but also managed to secretly film the dome supports and other strange things. His video will follow, but first I will voice his story. I was part of the 47th closed Antarctic expedition in 2002. When I was included in a research group that was heading inland, the driver of their car got sick, and I replaced him. Before starting the trip, the head of the expedition instructed me and forced me to sign a non-disclosure agreement. He told me to forget everything I was taught in school, that the Earth is a sphere. It is flat as your frying pan, and we are on the edge of it. Everything is covered with a dome. Don't tell anyone about what you'll see there in the ice. We were also prohibited from taking photos or making videos there. We drove south for 6 days until we reached a wide river with unfrozen water. The head of the group forbade touching the water, saying that there was radiation. But what was on the other side of the river gave me goosebumps. There was a massive metal support about 2 kilometers high. The leader said that such supports are installed around the Earth every 53 kilometers. Supporting the dome? What dome? I asked. Watch carefully, he said. Indeed, if you look closely, you can see that the sky looks like glass or blue plastic. And from time to time, fireballs flew by, rapidly soaring up the surface of the dome. I pretended to go to the toilet and slid behind an ice floe. I started shooting on an old hidden mobile phone. However, the phone was old and the camera was bad. This is what I managed to capture. Now skeptics probably can't wait to print comments.
Oh, it's a fake, an old phone, a bad camera. But there is one catch.
I would have thought the same thing if I hadn't stumbled across the following video. This video was shot from the same angle, from the same river, but not on an old phone and not in 2002. It was in 2017, and the quality is excellent.
Peep that.
Two videos from different sources. Of course, they could all fantasize, but the most curious thing is that they all fantasize the same way. An Antarctic
Now, ask yourself this, could it have something to do with the ice wall that they don't want you to see beyond the ice wall? Or could it have something to do with the dome, us being under the firmament, aka Operation Fishbowl? For the ones who may not know about Operation Fishbowl, go down my catalog. I have a video called Operation Fishbowl, and it'll explain everything to you that you might want to know about Operation Fishbowl.
Antarctica.
The best place to hide on this planet is the ocean.
What about Antarctica?
Oh, Antarctica is crazy. First of all, Antarctica wasn't in that location. It was in a more hospitable location. Why? How do we know this? The animals are coming up out of the melting ice. And so they take them to do autopsies on them. and they have undigested food in their throats and their stomachs. So what does that tell you? They were flash frozen. So now we're talking about tectonic plate slippage. We're talking about a huge continent slipping and moving into a different position, probably within hours, not even days, and creating a global flood. And when that water washes across that land with that cold air and that wind, everything is frozen very rapidly. So this is why those animals have undigested food, because they were frozen extremely fast. And the Antarctica was in a more hospitable location, so we know that. Now there's a giant hole down there, about 30 meters wide. This hole is visible from Google Earth. And when you look at that hole, that 30-meter wide opening, you see all the bases from the biggest countries around Earth are there in this research area. And they're all working in collaboration. No war zone. It's a no war zone. There's one other area down there, though, one other research base that makes you scratch your head. The Rockefeller Foundation is there. So they have a research base down there as well. I think right next to Germany. And so we have a guy on our TV network named Brad Olson. He went down there and he got on land and got allowed to get off the boat and come on land. And it's on a TV series called The Secrets of Antarctica that we have on our TV network. But yeah, it's crazy. Now, Buzz Aldrin went down there. This is when the presidents and all the famous people were going down there at one point. All the leaders of the world were going down there. He got invited to go down there. He hopped on Twitter and said, the people that they're meeting with were facing the most, he said, we're facing the most ultimate evil. We're facing the ultimate evil. And then the tweet got deleted about 4 or 5 hours later, but everybody already screenshotted it. It was too late. And once you get it on Twitter, you know how that is. And then they flew him out of there and said he was getting sick. He was coming down with some kind of cold or something. He wasn't sick. Whoever they were meeting in that hole, he didn't like what he saw. And now, to add to that, I went to do some training for remote viewing with Major Ed Dames. He's on, you can look him up on Wikipedia. He was the head at one point of the CIA remote viewing program, right? It's Project Stargate. And so I was trained by him for 2 days, total of about probably 16 hours, 1 year, the next year about another 10 hours. But in our conversations after class, he told me that there's people that live there, not from Earth, that can come and go as they please, and there's nothing we can do to stop them. That's what Major Ed Dames told me.
Were you able to remote view?
Now, is it just me or the Billy Carson? He have you until he get to talk about the Anunnaki and aliens coming out of space and stuff, man. I be like, man, come on, man. That's a bunch of misinformation. In my humble opinion, that's my opinion, y'all. That's what I believe. Now, I'm not gonna push that on y'all, on the ones that don't believe that now, But all I do is ask you, do your own research and use your own discernment. That's it.
Why do you think Admiral Byrd and the Rockefeller
sharing this planet as well?
Now y'all notice how I'm talking about Antarctica and the invert, my last videos. Now y'all watch these other channels, and the only reason I know this is because some of y'all tell me, because y'all watch other channels. But notice how these other channels gonna start trying to talk about the same things, y'all. And y'all make sure y'all fire them up in the comment sections too, because they haven't. I don't think they've been talking about this type of stuff lately, But notice how they gonna start talking about these same type of topics around the same time that I do these same type of videos, But I don't get the credit, you know what I'm saying, that it's due. But it's okay, man. As long as y'all know what's up and what's happening, man. Let's get it though. Let me know what y'all think about that old boy Billy Boy Carson.
Olha isso. Será possível mesmo?
Like oil to me. Let go. That's why they don't want so much. One of the reasons they don't play their resources. I know y'all seen in my last video that I was talking about, not talking about, in one of the clips they was talking about how they had the mountains of gold, liquid gold in Antarctica. Now they had liquid black gold. Man, there's so many resources in Antarctica. That's why they don't want us over there, and that's why they got the treaties because they don't want one country just taking all the resources, man. But I heard there's enough resources over there to last us a long, long time. Well, it's crazy.
I've never really believed in Jesus or done the whole church thing, but I think I've seen the stuff you guys are talking about here. I just didn't know what it was at the time. I was in the Army from 1997 to 2000, and I was sent to McMurdo Station in Antarctica. I was a helicopter mechanic and crew chief, and they had volunteer tours open for guys to go there and work on the helicopters there. When they asked for volunteers, a bunch of us applied, but only me and one other guy got accepted. The application process had a bunch of questionnaires that we had to fill out, and we had to sit for a bunch of one-on-one interviews. It was mostly just a bunch of questions about what our interests and beliefs were. I was sent to McMurdo Research Station in August of 1998. When we weren't busy de-icing the aircraft and working on them, we had time to hang out with the scientists at the research station. The military unit attached to McMurdo was small, and we didn't have our own separate facilities. We didn't have a PX or a media center. There was no chapel or chaplain, and we didn't have our own separate mailroom. We just had to share the same facilities with the scientists and researchers. So over time I got to be friends with a few of them. They had two different kinds of ice that they worked on and studied. One kind of ice was the normal kind that we've all seen. They took cores of it out of boreholes in the ground. Just like normal ice, it was mostly clear or sometimes white, and it would melt into liquid water if it got warm. The whole area of Antarctica is covered in this kind of ice. But that wasn't their main kind of ice. The only time I ever saw them actually studying normal ice was when a film crew from National Geographic came by. The rest of the time, which was most of the time, the scientists were studying something they called sky ice. This stuff was totally different. We were never allowed to go into the laboratory areas of the station because the labs had to be kept super clean, and they said it would mess up their work if they risked letting too many people in the lab. But one time, one of the researchers that I was friends with showed me a piece of sky ice. You couldn't touch the stuff with your bare hands because it was so cold. And it wasn't clear or white like normal ice. It was solid blue. He said that's why they call it sky ice, because it was the exact same color as the sky. We had to wear our thick, heavy, going outside gloves to handle it.
Could you believe that? Do you hear me? Could you believe that? Can you believe that? I believe it. And yes, I could. Man, that is crazy.
Have you heard that? So apparently Buzz Aldrin saw the devil himself in Antarctica.
What?
So this is the theory. In 2016, a satellite captured an image of what scientists believe to be a massive pyramid in Antarctica. This would be the largest pyramid ever found on Earth. Bigger than the Great Pyramid of Giza, which is about 230 meters wide. And this pyramid in Antarctica would be 2,000 meters wide. So in 2016, Buzz Aldrin, alongside his team, embarked on an expedition to Antarctica with the aim of exploring and confirming the existence of this immense pyramid. So this is where it gets wild. During the expedition, Buzz Aldrin had a heart attack. He was hospitalized for days, but when he fully recovered and left the hospital, he tweeted something strange but quickly deleted it. It said, "We are all in danger. It is evil itself."
What?
And someone close to Buzz said they spoke with him, and he said one thing: "We thought out things we shouldn't implement." Aldrin also shared several chilling photos. To see them, follow us, click on share, then more than photos.
Oh, Buzz Aldrin was the same one that was one of the ones that went to the moon. I mean, allegedly went to the moon. One of the first men that allegedly stepped foot on the moon, man. Yeah, you know the other guy, Neil? Yeah, It's crazy how much stuff you heard about those two guys since they've been back, man. Let Buzz tell it, man. That was a facade. If you know, you know. If you didn't know, now you know, bro.
Now pay attention as we turn the flat earth map into a globe. Pay attention to the continents. They are still positioned north, east, west, and south. And take a look at the ice wall. What's it become when you turn it into a ball? It becomes the Antarctica. And if you'll notice, it's south of all the continents, just like the ice wall is south of all the continents on the flat earth map. And therefore, you cannot tell the difference. The only reason that you believe what you believe is because that's what you have been taught to believe without questioning it.
Now, how did they bamboozle us like that, man? How did they get us? What I tell you, a lack of perception breeds what? Deception. Don't fall for the boo-boo, man. Come on, now it's easy. It's easy. It's pie.
Nah, there's no way. Should I do it?
Don't fall for the boo-boo, man. Like I say, man, those who know, and you could do research and do pilots. Why do they always fly a certain direction? And I believe it is that they don't fly south, because if they did, everybody will figure it out. You will peep game. It's the reason why it takes so long and they fly the opposite way, man, because when you could go south and it'll be quicker, allegedly, because everybody will peep the play. It's the plot, deploy, the play, man. We've been bamboozled, y'all. It's a lot of facades going on around here, man. We don't fall for it. It's time to wake up.
Have y'all heard of the Bashinga tribe? Pictures of the Bashinga people along with leaked CIA documents have been circulating the dark web. This is super weird. It's said that this tribe was taken from West Africa to Antarctica as part of an experiment to see if melanated people could survive in the cold. But it gets really dark because the population of the tribe was reportedly ended after an anthropologist accidentally brought smallpox to the community. What's really strange is that there are pictures of artifacts and very tall wooden structures. Where did they get the wood from? Were there trees in Antarctica? Over time, the Bashinga people were claimed to have adapted to the cold in strange and amazing ways. They were happy to swim in the freezing sea and wore very little clothing, thriving in conditions that should have been impossible for them to endure. Researchers were apparently baffled by this, unable to understand how these adaptations were possible and unable to understand the language. The reports also describe a strange event involving the Bashinga people drinking a strange brown liquid and hallucinating, but there are no further details.
There's a lot of people out there, man. Oh man, why you always got to be like, what you mean, y'all? Why black people always got to be like, we was here, we was there, and man, taking credit for that's not me. You heard the video, you heard you heard the voice in the video, the director. You've seen the pictures, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. That's it, man. I didn't say it, I didn't make this, man. I'm just reacting to the video. Hey, man. It is what it is, like I said.
This map really is called the intelligence map of the world because they tested 116 different human groups and found their DNA series numbers. This was copyrighted in 1996. All right. What it said is this, and this is the mind-blowing part. It said that when they tested the orangutan, they found out he only had 3 DNA series. When they tested the gorilla, they found out the gorilla has 4 DNA series because he's a little smarter than the orangutan. They tested the chimpanzee, which is an ape, and found that he had 5 DNA series. Then they went all into the different races of the world. They went into Europe and tested the DNA series of the English, the French, the German, the Spanish, the Russians, and found they had 6 DNA series. Then they put all of this, what they found from around the world, on a map. And this map really is called the intelligence map of the world, because they tested 116 different human groups and found their DNA series numbers. All of them, all over the world, have 6. And they put the numbers in form of a little flag that you can see on this map. These little flags have a color. And they show, oh, this is upside down. I'm sorry. Yeah. And they show that the English have only 6, and all into Europe, only 6. Went over into Japan and China, and they only have 6. Over into America, with it predominantly European, and they only have 6. Then they came to Africa, and they came to the part of Africa. Now all the rest of them, they put in little flag colors. Those flag colors are orange, red, if you notice. But when you came to Africa, found out that the African people have 9 DNA series, from here just below the Shanghai Empire down to the foot of Africa. All those 10 nations, of which African Americans descended from one of them. We have 9 DNA series, the greatest possibility of genius in our group. Now it's answered this age-old question: how can a people survive being told they're nothing for 400 years, never allowed to learn that they came from beautiful cities, and told they came from a jungle? How could a people survive? How can a people become champions in everything they touch? Because they have 9 DNA series, while the rest of the world has only 6. This is why they copyrighted this. And you'll notice on the outside of this, now this map is taken, I took this map right from this page here, and I blew it up so that the world could see it. Even though this is copyrighted, I can't let you have this book because it's copyrighted. The title of the book is called Global Patterns of Linkage, Disequilibrium at the CD4 Locus.
There's gonna be a lot of people out here. They be like, man, that's not true. But obviously it is true, because the truth is the truth and the lie is a lie, no matter how you try to fix it up and change it, switch it around and all that, man. Come on now. Just accept it.
Queen Mother, wake up. King Father, wake up. You sleeping on this teaching? It's you I gotta shake up. Wake them up. We the return of the Christ. Christ is not a man, it's a symbol of a community brought back to life. They got you looking for a red or white or blue savior, but here comes the black savior, Krishna, gat blazer. Tongue sharp like that razor, original rap flavor. I speak in general terms cause I'm that major. Still got the pager privately, don't lie to me. God is the Motorola mobilizing inside of me. My sheep know my voice and stay choice and they flock to me. When knowledge reigns supreme, ignorance you not gonna see. Unite with me, and I'll unite with you. Don't fight with me, and I won't fight with you. Establish law, that's what we gotta do. The future's dependent on us. Maybe this is not for you. I came to find you. We're the gods. I came to remind you. We're.
Come on now.
This video is for educational purposes only. Please share your opinions and thoughts in the comments.
What is that? Man, at this point, I don't know what to think. Look at this. Palm trees? Come on, man. Come on, man, not the palm trees. Let me know what you think. Are they real CGI AI images? You know, man, I'm kind of confused at this point, man. But I don't know, man. I'm still leaning on the side that it may be real, but I think some of it may have been AI generated too. Palm trees in Antarctica? Come on now.
Ranges with peaks 20,000 feet above sea level. The trimetricon lenses clicking overlapping exposures every 3 seconds, photograph from horizon to horizon. Coal, a mountain of coal. Byrd later declares Antarctic mines, if once tapped, could supply the world's coal needs for centuries. Our Western group, flying hundreds of air hours, mapped the 4,000-mile Sunset Coast, made the amazing discovery of warm land in Antarctica. So white has turned to chocolate brown, dotted with blue. A cameraman goes into action. 300 square miles of land without snow. Land that might be in New Mexico or Arizona. Pictures alone will prove Bunger has discovered a warm oasis in the shadow of the pole. The astounding, undreamed of fact is that they are over a chain of warm water lakes, whose shores, except for small patches, are free of ice and snow. Commander Bunger circles the largest lake in sight, 5 miles long. He comes in to make a landing. Water temperatures must be recorded. Samples taken. He finds the water fresh. Temperature 38 degrees Fahrenheit. On the shores are vast deposits of coal and of minerals of the utmost importance to civilization.
Ago, a warm place on Antarctica.
At this point, just throw our old maps, all our old maps and globe maps away, because from what I see, those maps ain't really mapping like they supposed to be mapping, man. There's a lot of stuff going on over there that's, you know, that they tell us that's not really going on and happening, man. It's too much brown and greenery going on over there, man. We thinking it's all cold and icy and stuff all the time, but they did say once upon a time, long ago, that it was a subterranean area. It was tropical in Antarctica, man. But that is wild, and it's full of resources like that. Cold, mountains of coal, man, mountains of gold. Come on now.
Terrifying things found in Antarctica. A blood lake. strangely shaped heads, pyramids that have never been explored, 450,000-year-old creature found 6 to 5 under the ice.
Could that be Sasquatch? I never heard of the lake of blood, the blood lake, or the heads, the deformed heads, alien heads, you would say, or the Sasquatch. But that is wow, man. What is you know? You learn something new every day. Now, before this video, how many of you have ever heard of the ice worm or heard of Antarctica being populated with worms like that, man? I never heard of that. I never knew it was covered with worms. Not the whole area, but worms like that. Of course, we knew it was covered with a lot of microorganisms and stuff like that, but worms like that, called ice worms? Nah, I never knew that. This is my first time finding it out.
Someone actually got pictures from inside Antarctica. It's like we're looking at some kind of underground tunnel. With an underground base, it looks like. An entrance for aircraft and vehicles. Monoliths. Possibly a UFO. That's what it looks like. Another underground tunnel. An entrance to another tunnel. Possibly a UFO or some kind of dome. Ancient structures is what I would have guessed. Another monolith. That I'm not seeing. More ancient structures. Question is, were there people in Antarctica before we got there?
Man, that was creepy. Never knew that.
Trillion-ton iceberg, which we're just hearing has broken off Antarctica.
Shit, I bet.
Sudden burst of solar activity, which melted down those ice sheets, but that's not what I go with.
"38 people disappeared overnight while headed from Chile to Antarctica."
Locked in away ice, Antarctica guards mysteries that might just rewrite the story of our past and shake up everything we thought we knew. A former naval officer and a journalist have shared shocking stories on how they discovered an entrance to a secret alien base containing UFOs in Antarctica. How did this naval flight engineer Brian discover this secret alien base? How is the world power trying to hide it from the entire planet? Join us on this intriguing journey as we explore the terrifying truths of the U.S. terrifying claim that aliens are hiding in Antarctica. The Naval Officer's Revelation. In January 2015, investigative reporter Linda Moulton Howe stumbled upon a mysterious Antarctic tale when she got an email from Brian, a retired U.S. naval flight engineer with a wild story from his time in Antarctica in the 80s and 90s. Brian dropped a bombshell, claiming he saw some seriously strange stuff during his 4,000 flight hours over Antarctica.
Naval flight engineer. He's asked me to call him only Brian.
The juiciest part of the story is that he stumbled upon a massive, perfect circle carved into the Antarctic ice sheet, leading to a glowing cave entrance below. But here's where it gets even weirder. When Brian tried to get closer, all the gadgets in his aircraft went haywire, and they had to do an emergency restart. After that encounter, shady authorities confiscated records and gave Brian and his crew the silent treatment.
Archaeological. In Antarctica.
Brian later spilled the beans on what went down. In 1987, during a resupply flight out of McMurdo Station, Brian and his crew got last-minute orders to pick up something from a remote campsite in Antarctica's interior. When they arrived, they found the camp trashed and deserted, with no sign of human activity anywhere. This creepy scenario kicked off a string of disappearances at Antarctic stations. Odd radio bursts in strange languages popped up before each disappearance, coming from some unknown source deep under the ice. As the crew got jittery, Brian's co-pilot spotted a big shiny craft silently cruising past their cockpit. It was like something out of a sci-fi movie. A white...
Woo! Man, tell me that information wasn't useful without saying it wasn't useful in the comment section. Because it was definitely useful.
It is suspicious as shit that no one is talking about the fact that a doomsday glacier in Antarctica is quite literally melting faster than we thought it would because a current of warm water is swooping underneath it. Let's get into it. Now, I'm not calling it the doomsday glacier to scare you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I'm calling it that because that's exactly what scientists have named it. Because if this glacier does melt all the way, it will cause global destruction. Sea levels will rise by about 10 feet. So you can imagine any town that's on the coast, any city that may be on the coast, whole countries. Maybe no one's talking about this doomsday glacier because originally scientists said that it would take centuries for it to fully melt. But now with this warm water current going underneath it, it could melt a lot faster. Now, just so you don't think I'm making any of this up, here's an article that is titled, "What Happens If the Doomsday Glacier Melts?" Right here in the very last sentence, levels would rise up to 10 feet. Places on the coast like Vancouver, Florida, Bangladesh, low-lying Pacific Islands. And here is another article talking about the warm water that is now rushing underneath this massive-ass doomsday glacier. Have you ever seen that doomsday map from 2017 that Forbes put out? It was talking about what would happen if sea levels did rise, and it shows you the new coastline in the United States. That's the first thing I thought about when I heard the news about this glacier melting faster. If you've never seen that map, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to show it to you. It's trippy though.
And that definitely ties into global warming and the pole shifts. Think about it. If that glacier melts, as she already discussed, man, it's gonna cause havoc and hell all around the world, man. I know y'all seen those images with the United States and certain parts of it underwater. Tell me in the comment section, Game of Thrones, whenever they see the ice wall, every time they see pictures or videos of the ice wall, man, because I certainly do. People probably be like, man, that's not that tall, that's not that high, but you have to remember that they have a camera that's up in there and they far off from it. When they get up on it, it's thousands of feet tall, and you have to remember that it goes hundreds, if not thousands of feet below the surface of the water. That's a big, during warmer times, probably the summer or something like that, during warmer time, one of the warmer times of the year, because y'all see these, they have these small jackets on, and look, they don't have no clothes. No, in the inside, they should still have jackets on, or at least long sleeves. I know it's pretty cold out there still, so that's kind of crazy. But like I say, y'all, question everything. Don't fall for the boo-boo, man, because you never know. It could actually, man, you never know what's really about. Think about the wind chill with the wind blowing and you over all that water. So, you know, it's like mist and everything, and it's real, like, moist. And just think about all of that, man. Sometimes you watch these videos and you use your brain. Okay, so maybe it's hundreds of feet up, not thousands of feet. Maybe I over-exaggerated a little bit, but maybe it's even higher and lower in certain areas. That's like obvious, right? Now, that was a great video. Now, if you done watched this video to this long and you still haven't hit the like button, man, you're just a weirdo at this point. And weirdos, be gone, man. That's crazy. It's free to like the video. It's not costing you nothing, man. It's free to subscribe to. It's not costing you nothing. So y'all please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on y'all way out. That's the video, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it, especially the ones that are new to the channel. And I always know my loyal supporters and loyal subscribers, one that's been here since day one, they always enjoy all the content that I make. It's your boy Coozie. I'm out. I hope y'all have a good weekend. Y'all be safe out there. Holla. I'm out.